But we started this conversation about like the wrong atmosphere, all that can affect your creativity. And as creatives, maybe there are some people who find themselves there right now, whether you're a photographer, videographer, a graphic designer, and creativity can stem into musicians and bakers and like culinary people. Like there are so many things. We have a keyboard too.
Okay. I didn't say anything. I'm just pulling out my keyboard.
Anyway.
You're getting more distracted than I am.
I feel like it was a personal attack. Like, oh, well, let me take out my keyboard because I can do that.
I'm just using a keyboard, brother. You're the one feeling a certain way. Jeez.
So what was I saying? Yeah. So being creative isn't just all about photography and videography. And I hope that watching these last two episodes, if you weren't in this space and you had your own, you can actually take something away and apply it to your life. And I think this is what this episode is going to be as well, where a lot of what we're going to cover actually has a lot to do with just life in general. So 2 weeks ago, we started talking about the outside effect, what kills creativity, how it affects your work. Last week, we talked about the internal struggle, the mental shift that can happen, how it affects you there, how you begin to doubt yourself, how imposter syndrome settles in, how sometimes people will literally be driven to quit just because, I'm not where I used to be. So this started because of a conversation that happened, meeting up with one of your friends, Damien, or running into one of your friends, Damien.
Says his name is Damien. Says it where I like and wants to be my friend.
DMX.
There you learn. Yeah. You learn, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Come on. I'm not going to use it, though. Not right now. So we started this conversation, ran into him, and it just kind of stemmed this idea of talking about creativity and how that was something that, at least for me as well, was a reality, having been in a place that wasn't helping my creativity, or at least what I thought wasn't helping at the time. And it was just very pressured, a high pressured environment, and that was killing my creativity. And I stepped out, finally was able to grow in all of that. Now, here's the thing that I wrote here, and just because you can do something somewhere does not mean it was made for you. And a lot of, come on, somebody.
Okay.
And that's the problem, is like, we see sometimes I can fill that space. I can fix that problem. I can step into that role. And it's like, but that's not for you though. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it should be done by you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's hitting you there. What's going on in your mind?
It's hitting me in the feels. No, I mean, I feel like that is spot on. I've had some of those moments where, for whatever reason, you look at an opportunity, or you look at something and say, I'd like to do it, or I feel like it would look good for me to take this on, or experience wise, or whatever the reason.
Yeah.
But you're not mentally ready, or you don't have the capacity to take on something else. And yeah, I think it's sometimes we jump into stuff sooner than we should, with the thought of, I can work it out. I can get it. I can, and I kind of like I was saying last week, I'm at a point now where I have a lot going on. I have a lot pressing and, pulled in a lot of different directions, which is great for bottom line, but I don't have any other time. Like, I don't have time to myself. And and more importantly, I don't have as much time for my family, not even time for myself. I mean, everybody should have time for themselves, but you know, it's family that is ultimately suffering, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if you really take a look at your life and things that you're involved in, you know, anybody can look and say, okay, well, you know, maybe I'm in the middle of this, and you know, I don't really know how I got here,
Yeah.
or what I'm doing here. I don't really have an interest in it. I'm just kind of going with the flow at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And some stuff really can be trimmed out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's any shame in letting things go that you've outgrown or took on prematurely, or you know that you don't really belong there, and letting somebody in that space that does belong there.
Right.
You know, so you're occupying a space that is somebody's calling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're not supposed to be there.
Right.
So yeah, that's